Hi everyone, the paint we applied in the last episode is pretty much dry, so I'm going to go ahead and start to do a little bit more work on the tree that we introduced last time. Working with a fairly small brush, a flat brush, I've got a mix of pure magenta on that edge, pure white on that edge, and a mix of the two in the middle. And I'm going to just use the corner and edge of this brush to introduce the presence of some blossoms on the tree. And I'm being careful to change both the orientation and the angle of my brush as I apply it each time. And the reason is I want to create a random effect. I don't want things to look too ordered with this blossom. And with that in mind, we'll have a couple of areas where the paint marks are highly concentrated and other areas, where they're less so. And by having that mix of colours on our brush, it gives the illusion that the light is catching each blossom in a slightly different way. Having done that, I'm going to add some Silurian blue to the same mix and add some more blossom down here. So once again, I've got a little burst of white just on one edge of my paintbrush, and we'll leave the blossom as they are for now. I may come back and work on the tree a little bit more, but let's get back to these cows. Now, to give a bit of flow of colour across the surface of the painting, I'm going to stick with the same blossom colour, but having added some more titanium white. I'm going to use that to just block in, still quite loosely, the head of this cow. And I'll do the same for this foreground animal as well. And this won't necessarily be the final colour for the heads of the cows, but some of it will show through later on. Okay, now I'm going to add a little bit more of titanium white to my mix. And we'll use this to just pick out some parts of the cow's head, and the same for this one here, where the light is really catching. And we could also, for this foreground cow, it has some white markings on its body, so we could use that same mix just to begin to show where those are. Okay. Next I'm going to work back into each cow using some pure ultramarine blue. And I'm doing this partly to describe some areas of really dark shadow, but also I want to kind of finalise my lines a bit more precisely than I have done up to this point now. Now the true colour of these very deep shadows, of course, is not pure ultramarine blue, but it's become a technique that I really enjoy using, and that is to replace the deepest of shadows with blue. And that's not to say that it's a hard and fast rule, but it's certainly a place that I like to start with, I like to work from. I like the way the other colours contrast against this pure ultramarine blue. Just draw in the presence of a rear leg there for this animal, and in fact the other rear leg is around about there, just going off the edge of the frame. Let's reload the brush, and we'll use a similar technique for the second cow. Okay, good. So these two cows on the right are now starting to look very much more in shadow than the one which is out in the exposed sunlight. And in the next episode, what we'll do is further refine the cows, but in particular I'll be looking at this one, and then if I have time I'll also start to tidy up the foreground grass as well. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel, and if you have any questions then you can leave them in the comments below. Thanks again for watching.